Sundays with the Mako. Back at you, my friends. Much love. Hope you are doing well and had an excellent weekend. Critical week for the January finish. So let's get right after it. Let's dig in and go dominate like we do. But first things first, what's on my mind? Going back into some feedback from last week's content. And yes, it was good to get back to you guys. Thank you very much. And the trip was awesome. Learned a ton. And that was the feedback from last week, is I didn't give you enough on what the trip was all about and what I learned. When I do the live, I will stick a bit more written material together like I do every week. So look for that. But the trip was epic because it was a challenging trip. It was a tough trip. You didn't get the satisfaction, the instant sale and the gratification from the hard work and the pitch, so to speak, that oftentimes us public speakers and us pitchmen, if you will, are looking for. But I think with the proper technique and with what we did, the power behind our message and the way that we showed up, we should be able to reap those rewards. And I teach that, right? That's the long game. That's having a plan for later. We've got a plan for the people that are ready now, but the more critical piece is having that plan and that path for the people that quite aren't ready yet for you. So that was what was challenging, but again, that's what I learned, and it reinforced that that's what we need to do, and really have that second leg of the journey, so to speak, buttoned up. But Seattle, what a beautiful place, and a great welcoming for me and my brand and our company, and the way that we deliver and the way that I spoke and brought my message was phenomenal. And proud of Kyle and the way that he worked as well, and same with Melody. The connections and the networking that they have and what was built will carry us. So all in all, terrific in Seattle. And then San Francisco with my guys Acutrack in Oakland across the bay. That was great, being with Ali and Sharma and the crew. It was really epic to see their brand, their function, how they work. And what I really learned from them, it's not always what you see on paper. I think when you peel back the onion and really look at organizations, it's critical to look at their leadership structure, obviously, but really digging into the nuts and the bolts of the business. And really what I found is they're an excellent and a really strong technology company within everything that they do, and they do quite a bit. So I want everybody that's looking at this to take a look at Acutrack. So that's some feedback from last week, you guys. Thank you for that. Keep it rolling. That's what I learned on the trip, and that's what the trip was all about, and what the hustle, the real hustle is, right? And I think this year, the shift for old Shark Daddy is to really be stuck and entrenched in the real hustle again, but be hustling and working with the right people. My time's limited. All right, I've got Vic now. I've got these awesome responsibilities as a father, leading the charge at home. And I need to be balanced, and it's not a struggle for me, but I challenged myself early last year as one of my goal sets to dig into that. So look for more of that this year for me, working with the right people, the people that deserve my energy, my time, my skill sets, my teaching. Big goal last week, right, I dropped on you. I'm going to give you another one for this week. Then I'm going to share a little bit in the last year in the written material on what was well and successful, I think, and what would have been a hit, and then maybe what were the misses and the challenges, and some energy on that. But the big goal for number 2 is to get my brand, my teaching, get it on the digital format, right? I talked a lot about that and getting that online membership material together, and I want to have that done by the end of the year. I want my website also to be a little bit more interactive, so I'll work hard on that Thursday evenings when I get time, but really Friday evenings, Saturday, and Sundays I'll devote heavy time on that. And then also we're ready to get back into church and get Vic involved with religion and Jesus, and that's going to be important. And I really had an excellent experience in San Francisco. Really just stumbled upon that church, and it was a great session and an awesome mass, and I was humbled and blessed to have done that. So much love, you guys. That's what's on my mind. And with some goal pieces, I want to hear a little bit more about how you're doing with your goals as we wrap up January. Let's go get it. Let's crush, and let's get really, really, really quickly back into the mindset on sales confidence. Let's get back into the long game. That's really the only thing I want to preach on that from last week is get entrenched, right, my friends, dug in on the long game so you can go out and have success. It's not going to happen overnight. All right, bless you. Have a great week. Go dominate. Dig in, be strong, and let's make this about the follow-up. It's where the money is. Thank you. Much love, guys.